taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
What is up? It is Monday and it's time for Be Social TV. I'm Cathy Callahan and I'm the host of your show. How do you guys love this? This is our second episode of the new year, 2022. And last week we came in with a song, we came in with a training, and we ran into tech difficulties. Welcome to online business. I get to share with you guys 6 things that you need to be doing in your business for the new year. So if you are here, please say, hey, let me shout you out. Let me know that you are live with us today. Carla is in the house. Carla is an impact maker. Where are my impact makers at? Are you here? Y'all love to come in on this Monday training. It is the foundation for how we build out our week. Jill is here. You guys, we have some exciting things happening with a workshop that is coming up next week. Okay. So I'm going to be doing some announcements on that before we go through our training steps today on the 6 steps to develop your social media strategy. All right. So if for any reason you've never been here before and this is your first time joining us live, please say, hey, Karen has definitely been here before. Karen is in our Action Taker Club. Kayla is here. You guys, it's so exciting to see you. If you do not authorize StreamYard, I won't be able to shout you out on the screen. It simply means you need to click, tap my face, open up the description of this video, and then authorize StreamYard so we can see your name, and then it will always be authorized. Layla is here. She's in the background, continually working her rear off. Give her some love, you guys. She has been instrumental in all the changes that you're seeing and all the progress we're making in our programs, challenges, workshops, and our club. All right, so Hazel is an OMS student. We were just chatting. She is part of our online marketing studio, and she will be in the workshop next week. So second Monday of the year 2022, how is business going? Are you feeling excited? Are you still feeling like the things that you set out to do, you're going to do, or you are doing? Or is it January 10th? What's the date where like New Year's resolutions, we've already given them up by? Are you guys doing what you set out to do, or are you struggling? If you're struggling, problem solves. In comes social selling workshop. No matter where you're at in our school, if you are in social sales school inside of our free business group, if you are over on YouTube watching this, if you're on my business page, if you're in our private club or in our full program, everybody needs to register right now for social sales workshop. You guys, this has only happened twice. I shared with you last week. The social selling workshop is coming to you starting next Monday, January 17th, 2022. Who is already registered? If you're already registered and you're not in the group yet, that's okay. We're putting all of the group members in as of the 14th, but you've got to get registered, okay? The website is below. It's lengthy, but go ahead and screenshot it, type it out, get registered, or simply type social selling workshop in the comments below, okay, and we can get you the link. Now, if you're an impact makers or you're an Action Taker Elite Club member, you do not have to pay. All right, you do not have to pay. For the rest of you, it's only $7. $7. And yes, this is a workshop that you should be telling everybody you know about, all of your team. Today, what I'm going to share with you as we move to the 6 steps to develop your social media strategy, this is going to be like a teaser. You're going to be like, Becky, I need more of that. And then I'm going to say, perfect. We're going to do it inside of social selling workshop. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into training today. Karen said she's registered. And by the way, y'all know, like I like to do gifts, right? And I ordered something so that I could see if it's a good gift to give. So I always do proof of concept. I will test it out first, right? I will test it out for you. So I've ordered something that someone suggested would be a great new gift for the workshop, and I'm testing it out, and I'll let you know. So get excited. Tracy says she needs the link. Karen said she is in. Hazel said it is well worth it. Hazel, you have access to this workshop because you're an OMS student from the past. It's going to be bigger and even better. Okay. And there's a link right there. All right. So if you are on my business page or you're on YouTube, I invite you to come join our social sales Facebook group as well, so that you stay connected with all the things like our upcoming workshop and anything we have to offer you. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and remove, I'm going to give you guys a quick tip. Who uses StreamYard? This is a bonus. This is a bonus. Who uses StreamYard? So I'm going to take that little banner away. Remember last week when I struggled to show my face on StreamYard? Here's a bonus for you. Do you see the thing at the bottom of my screen? Okay, it's called an overlay. And inside of our program, we like to teach you how to use some advanced tools and kind of professional things up a bit. But if you use them incorrectly, instead of an overlay where it kind of laid over my face, it went over my face and you couldn't see me. So I figured out what happened last week. Instead of a transparent overlay, I uploaded a graphic on top of my face. User error, it's going to be all right. Remember, imperfect action. We pivoted. We knew how to go over to Zoom, right? So the thing y'all need to know is, like, not everything's going to go perfect, but you got that backup plan and you know exactly what to do, and it's going to be all right. Okay. So I just thought that was funny. That's my side note of what happened last week. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and remove that overlay so y'all can see the banner at the bottom. Go ahead and start taking some notes today. Get ready for a little bit of training on hopefully some things that you haven't considered in your business before that you're going to go, now I'm going to. And then when you realize you need more support and you want to dig in deeper, each one of these things is going to be what we're doing inside of the social selling workshop in depth. Okay. So number one, when it comes to developing your social media strategy, number one, you have to audit your social media presence. So what does that mean? Go ahead and type in the comments below. What do you think that means? Okay. Do you have a brand on social media? I'm just curious. Maybe you think your brand is your colors, right? So my brand, you can see my color below. Maybe you think your brand is a logo, right? Maybe, like, here's a StreamYard logo. See, I popped it up there, right? Here's my personal logo. Maybe you think that's your brand, right? What do you think is your brand, and how do you audit your social media presence? One thing we're going to dig into the workshop is, if you don't yet understand that your brand is you, and what people perceive you to be is exactly your social media presence, right? Whether you've tried to create it or not, we're going to audit that. And one of the things that we're going to dig into is things that I do with my students inside of our program, and say, you might think that this is the message you're putting out on social media, but I'm going to look as the person who doesn't know you and say, oh, this is what I really perceive your message or your service to be. Sometimes when we audit our social media presence, we actually find out that maybe we're coming off more negative than we thought we were, or maybe we're not coming off as someone who's positioned to help people, and then we're wondering why people aren't attracted to our teams. Does this ever happen to you? Would you like support in how to audit your social media presence and how to improve your presence online, and also how to let go of thinking you have to be like this mad influencer to actually have influence? Does that make sense, you guys? Sometimes people are like, I have to be we all are having influence on people somehow. You don't have to be like Kim Kardashian to have this mass business, okay? Do you have a brand, all right? Am I blurry? The rest of you can confirm with me. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create your social media presence, what you should be posting out there. And we talk about content buckets, we talk about pillars, and we're going to be really making sure that what we're posting out there and what we're putting out there as our presence is attracting people the way that we want it to, okay? The next thing we're going to be doing is identify who your ideal customer is. Now, action takers, we get to dig into this a bit in part of our December training. In social selling workshop, we're going to be digging into this even deeper. If you're competing for business online, and I shared in a pretend training that I did last night that I never posted, I went quite in depth with this. So I'm going to do it a little bit today. I went way too in depth. Here's what I want, and we can do that next week together. Here's what I want you guys to know. We no longer do business the way I used to when it was belly to belly, in-person parties, okay? There was a little bit more competition then when I literally could only serve the people in the distance I could drive to, okay? It was kind of that whole rule of like everybody's your ideal client and you can serve absolutely everyone. And that 3-foot rule of everybody that's in the grocery store parking lot, we've got to tell about our amazing opportunity and about our products and our service. Y'all are building an online business. Wouldn't you like to let go of some of that and be able for people to come find you, to be able to position yourself as an authority in your space and have people who need your services and products show up in your inbox? It doesn't magically happen. There's a process and a strategy to this, okay? But I want you guys to understand that if you can figure out who it is that you serve, how it is that you serve them, and so that they can do what, there's no competition in that. There's only one of you who can do that really, really well, who's passionate and called to do that, right? Another piece of this is defining your purpose, and this is actually your why, okay? So if you guys struggle to figure out who is your ideal client, why are you doing the business that you signed up for? Type to me in the comments below. Why are you doing that business? Inside of Social Selling Workshop, I am going to challenge you to get extremely passionate about the products and service that you sell, okay? I'm going to challenge you not to feel bad about monetizing the gifts that you were given, okay? Why are you doing a business? Do you have a purpose? Inside of the workshop, when we dig into this day, I'm going to challenge you to think in a way that most people don't think. Because if you think, well, just because I could, I should, that will not sustain you when life gets hard, right? I used to teach. I loved to teach. When I lost my passion for it, when life got hard, didn't want to teach anymore. And I was like, what is going on? I've always wanted to be a teacher, but guess what happened? I had a baby. And all of a sudden I got passionate about this human that I birthed. And the ones that I didn't birth that I loved like my own, once I had my own, I was like, I think that my purpose right now is to be home with my child and trying to serve this role that I used to be super passionate about. And I was an excellent teacher. I no longer was that good teacher. And then I was like, but I got to stay. That's my paycheck. I don't want to have to start over. And then I found myself staying for the wrong reasons because I was fearful. Impact makers, we're doing the Fear Boss project right now. Sometimes we make decisions for the wrong reasons. It was incredibly hard to admit I'm no longer passionate about teaching. It was incredibly hard to tell my mother, who was still paying for my teaching degrees, that I'm quitting my career and I'm going to go do network marketing because I found a way to prioritize my child and work on my terms. That was tough. But when I did it, that's when my business started growing, right? And when I took over that home care agency and I all of a sudden realized it's a paycheck and it's an amazing one, but I'm trading time and I'm not passionate. This is not where I'm called to be. That was a hard thing to do, to sit there and think, gosh, I finally got what most people want at a level of success, and I would give it up because this is not what I'm called to do. When you guys figure out how to tie your passion and your products to your service, or your passion and your purpose to your service and products, you will be excited to go to work every day. You will not struggle saying, I know what to do, but I'm not doing it. If you need to dig into this further, join me inside of the workshop. Who struggles with this? Okay, Layla has a 5 why challenge. Layla has a 5 why challenge, and she says we've got to dig into our whys 5 levels deep. And this is what we do with our impact makers, okay? All right, let's continue on. I'm blurry. Well, that's okay. Establish your key metrics. You guys, tracking is a big deal. What activity are you tracking in your business right now? And if you're not tracking anything, how do you know what's working and how do you know what to repeat? So for my party girls, where are you at? My party girls, we track parties, right? We track our key metrics, our parties. If you're tracking activity on social media, you can actually go into your business page. You can go into insights in your group. If you're doing Instagram, you can track activity and key metrics that matter. If you don't know what to track, if you don't know what that even looks like, what a metric is, or how to find out what you should be rinsing and repeating and what you need to let go of, we get to dig into this more in the workshop. One of the biggest reliefs for me was finding the system that I knew how to do that would get me in front of people consistently, purposefully, with my business presentation that had the full offer. And I could say, here's the story. Do you want to be a part of it? If so, here's what it looks like. And do you want to join me? And if not, I knew how to follow up. I knew how to track. It's why when I started with a new network marketing company in April, I can show you guys the exact metrics that came out of every single move I made from April to August. And then I knew exactly what to repeat and what was not worth my time. Have you guys ever heard that you could quit doing 80% of what you're doing and only see a reduction in 20%? Does that make sense? The 80-20 rule? 20% of the activity that you're doing is giving you 80% of your results. See if this makes sense. And you could take off of your calendar 80% of what you're doing and only see a 20% reduction in your business. Does this make sense? What key activities do you need to be doing? Do you struggle with this? Creating engaging content, number 5. All right, so I've got some experts inside of our program, and one of them is helping me with some content over on Instagram. So get ready for some exciting changes over there. But when it comes to engaging content, where are you showing up at? What is your platform? What kind of content do you need to create based on where you're building your business? Okay. Are you presenting inside of a group? Are you on a personal page? Are you on a business page? Most of us are building on Facebook as our first platform. If you're over on Instagram, if you're over on LinkedIn, if you're over on Pinterest, where else exists in the world? Twitter? I don't even know where else you go on social media. TikTok, right? What kind of content will get engagement? And then how do you move from just engaging to actually a call to action and having people move forward with you in your business? How many of you guys are just staying busy putting out content, but nobody's reacting? Okay, like here's your sign, right? When I do Facebook audits, I'm like, listen, it's beautiful content, but if people are not engaging, if it's not getting a result, we need to edit that thing. Do you need help with that, you guys? It is the humbling part to say like, oh gosh, like a lot of what I'm putting out there doesn't matter. It might matter to us, but if it's not getting the desired result, we might need to assess what kind of content you're actually putting out there. We always talk about what's in it for them, right? So if you've heard me with training, I'm like, what's in it for them? And if it can catch someone's eye and if it's value to them, they're going to engage. Sometimes we have to help bring their attention to that because we're fighting an algorithm, okay? So we're gonna help you with creating engaging content that actually converts and buy you back some of your time, all right? Last but not least, this is my favorite, simplify the process. Do you have a daily method of success? If you have a daily DMO, is what Layla calls it, I call it a DMS, your daily action plan. There, I just made up a DAP. DAP. Okay, so do you have a systems of operation that you do every single day in your business? A DMO, a DMS? Where did you decide those activities come from? And do you have any of them automated? This is part of the workshop that I haven't done before. And I was talking to Layla, I'm like, I really want to talk about automation. A lot of people think that automation and ads like go hand in hand. And that's the only way you can automate is if you're doing paid Facebook ads, but that's not true. In your organic social marketing business, you guys can be automating some things and buying back your time. Would you like that? Do you know what tools would make sense to invest in to buy back some of your time and let automation take over for some of the tasks that you're spending a lot of time that you're doing that are keeping you from getting into more conversations? The DMO, when I teach you guys in the social selling workshop next week, when I teach you my daily method of operation, I talk about active strategies and I talk about passive strategies. What active strategies do you do in your business every single week? And do you find yourself being the person who gives time to the things that are like easier and more fun, but they aren't results driven? Do you ever struggle with that? Like that income producing activity, you don't do that portion, but then you stay busy like cleaning up your office, right? And you're like, oh, but we're not making any money, but I'm having really fun making this thing pretty. I'm going to challenge you in the workshop to make sure you actually have business building activity, the stuff that's not as fun, but the stuff that gets results. And once you start getting results, go make it fun. Somebody was talking about their party themes, and my whole theory on it was party themes are a ton of fun, but they don't matter if you don't have hostesses, right? They don't matter if you don't have new people coming to the party. So let's focus on that first. Then I'm going to teach you automation. It's one of my favorite things that has taken back a huge portion of my time is learning how to automate certain conversations, certain responses through social media. I will teach you about my favorite tools, okay? And inside of our full program, we have a strategy that says, listen, you can do this manually. Sweat equity, right? You can do this manually. But at a certain point in your business, it might be worth trading some of that time for a little bit of investment in your business and buying back some time, because you are much more value than some of those tasks that you're doing. And if you can automate some of those, delegate them, so to speak, to your automation system, then you get to do the part that only you can do. Okay, so let's review, you guys. When you're building out a social media marketing plan, you've got the 6 steps. We're going to dig into these deeper next week inside of the workshop. We're going to audit your social media presence, really figure out what is the brand that you're putting out there, figure it out, who is it that you serve, how do you serve them, and so that they can do what? Who is your who? Okay, yes, you could serve everybody, but do you really want to, right? Who are you excited about going to work for every single day? Because you serve people. That's the business we're in. We're going to define your purpose and establish your why. Figure out how to tie your passion to your products. And yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. Did I grow up ever thinking that I was going to sell jewelry? No. So at first I was like, I couldn't be passionate about that business. And then I got, oh, here's what's really the messaging behind it. And this is why it aligns with my values of simplicity and fun and mass duplication and having a huge impact on women, right? All right, we're going to establish your key metrics to figure out what's working in your business and what isn't, what we need to keep doing and what we need to stop doing. Figure out how to create engaging content for you and your audience, and simplify the full process, okay? So you guys, if you're missing any of those 6 steps, which ones do you need the most support in? If you've got them all covered, be like, I got it, I nailed it. If that's the case, you're probably not here though, right? We each have an area that we can continue to work on. Get registered for Social Selling Workshop. It will be live Monday through Friday next week, January 17th through 21st. And then we'll have some bonus trainings after that. socialsaleschool.com/social-selling-workshop, or Layla also dropped the link in the comments below. All right, let me sweep through and see some of your messaging. Layla says she loves this. You should love this, Layla. This is, Layla is one of the huge people that's helping me figure out how to serve you guys best. I hope you have an amazing person in your corner. If not, I hope we get to be that person for you guys. Move in a little bit closer with us, get into that workshop, ask about our Action Taker Club and our full program if you do not have the support of the team that's helping you move forward in your business. Okay, that is who we want to be for you. Hi, Susan. Hi, Becky. All right, work smarter, not harder. Melissa said she's working on it. She's an impact maker. Jacinda says yes. All right, you guys, get registered. I will see you next Monday inside of the Social Selling Workshop. Action Takers, I will see you tomorrow at 11 or at 12 p.m. Central, Tuesday in my Action Taker Elite Club. And Impact Makers, our full program students, I will get to see you tomorrow for our group coaching. If you guys need more continued support in your business, your next best step is get into that workshop. Bring your teams, okay? Bring your teams. It is not good to do this alone. Let me train all of you at the same time with the foundational principles for your business. That is what we're going to be doing next week. And we're going to make it fun. And there's going to be prizes. It's only $7. I cannot wait to see you there. And if you do need Action Taker info, we will reach out to you and get you in info for the club as well. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. Bye for now.